Hi, I'm Vicky. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you another Christmas sign I made. This was a big sign I was trying to do to put outside with lights telling Santa exactly where to go. Enjoy. So the Santa Here sign, I designed it last year, but did not get around to actually being able to make it. And I have included a list of the materials for you if you're interested in making something like this. But I happen to have a piece of plastic wood that I've made a couple other signs on and have a couple other videos about. And all I really did was to make the shapes of the sign is I decided to make it something a little sparkly to make the lights look brighter and make it very clear that it was saying Santa. So as you can see, I cut out some letters on silver glitter paper. I also intended to cut out the arrow, but I ran out of the glitter paper and I decided just to make the arrow sort of freehand. And then I also cut these little holes into it so you could poke the light, so I could poke the lights through. So I started off with this particular drill bit, and after I had tried a couple holes, my husband said it was probably not the best drill bit for it. And then I had a funny mistake where I was drilling it, instead of in forward, I was drilling in reverse, so it took forever to put a hole into the stupid thing. So that was a little silly on my part, where I was not even, I don't know why I didn't realize that. I guess I thought the plastic wood would be really hard to drill holes into, and it turns out it's super easy, easier than wood. And here we get about a minute of dogs, and I'm trying not to drill while the dogs are in, but you know, you got to pet the dogs. So that's Kiski. So he comes in and I pet him, and he's all happy. And then there's Pensy coming in, and he's going to come in and get petted and sniff a little bit. And then I thought they were going away, so I started to drill again, and then no, Kiski comes back in, and then they're both in there having a good time, getting petted, very happy, which is pretty much, I know, the description of golden retrievers is getting petted and being happy, because that's what they love the most. But eventually I shooed them out because I was trying to drill some holes. But it's fun to have them around. So during the day one day, my husband actually drilled some of the holes for me. But since we realized that I was doing it backwards, I finished up the arrow part of it. But one tip that he gave me on drilling the holes in something like this is this piece of wood that you can see under my hand. Like right now I'm drilling on the end, but that's actually harder than drilling right over the piece of wood and sort of drilling into the piece of wood. So I did a few holes, and then I remembered his advice, and I moved my piece of wood underneath where I'm cutting, and it turns out it really is much easier. So I made an arrow shape. Like I said, I just sort of freehanded this since I didn't have any more of the sparkly paper. So once all the holes were drilled, I went back into the craft room, lit up a string of lights, and I used these sort of, I'll call them normal small light bulbs. It might look better with the round sort of marquee type of lights, but I decided to try these first because I don't really have any of the size that I wanted for this. So, and then all I did, I poked them through the holes, and then I'm going to try duct taping them to the back. It may not hold enough outside because it's going to go on our garage roof. It may not hold enough, in which case I will probably try hot gluing, but for right now I decided to just start with the duct tape, and I think that's going to look pretty nice once it's in the dark. So then I just kept filling in lights and duct taping as I went along. You can see I didn't duct tape in every spot, every piece of wire. So again, I'll have to see how that holds up once it's outside. But the lights themselves should stay in. Once it's in place outside, unless the wind's blowing really hard, they should stay in place pretty well, even if the duct tape doesn't work out so well. And this was what I would say a medium size string of lights, 10, 12 feet, something like that. And I really kind of like the way it looks, very whimsical on the front side with these small bulbs instead of a marquee type of light. I think it'll be very interesting. So we'll just see how it looks out on the garage. So that was the Santa Here sign. Well, really just the Santa sign with a nice big arrow for him. So I hope that was helpful, and enjoy some other of my videos.